Well, let's put two routers up here. Router 1 and router 2. Let's connect the two of them up. I'll click on the copper crossover. Gig 00 to gig 00. And we're good to go. So I click on the router 1. First thing I want to do is go to CLI. And I don't want to continue with this configuration dialog. I've got my router prompt. Let's key in EN for enable. Configure the terminal. Change the name of this host from router to R1. So I key in host and R1. It says R1 right over here. I want to get back to privileged exec mode, PEM I call it. So I get back to PEM by keying in exit. So what I want to do now is show the IP interface. I want to be brief about it. Here we've got a problem. I've got gigabit Ethernet 00, no address, and it is admin down, and its protocol is down. We need these guys to be up and up if there's going to be any communication, so let's change that. So how do I go about changing that? What I have to do is I have to get the system's attention and tell them that I'm talking about the gigabit Ethernet interface. So how do I do that? I go into configuration of the terminal mode, and now I tell them, I'm going to give you some commands. I want you to realize they're all about the interface called gig 0/0. I think I can get away with this. And I did. I want you to be permanently up. I don't want you to be down anymore. So, no shutdown. And I can abbreviate it as no shut. And looky, it has changed its state to up. Well, I'm not out of the woods yet. I'd like to key in this command again. Show IP int brief. And I hit enter. Oh no, I can't get there. And the reason for it is the system remembers that I have to be in the PEM mode to do that. So I have to exit out of here. Exit. And exit. And now I'm in the PEM mode, privileged exec mode. Now I can key in show IP interface brief, and it actually remembers the command from this prompt. Saved me a little bit of type. I hit enter. And looky, 00 is now administratively up, and the protocol is still down. Maybe assigning an IP address to this guy and the other router will do the job. Let's do that. Alright, so I want to configure the terminal again. I'm in PEM mode. Hit enter. I want to go to interface G00. But I want to assign an address. What kind of an address? I want to assign an IP address to this guy. What guy? The guy whose name I just keyed in here a moment ago. Now he knows that everything I key in is about him. Alright, so I'm going to assign him an address. What address should I give this fellow? Well, let's give him an address of 10.1.1.1. And let's also give him the subnet mask. That'll be the standard one. 255.0.0.0. And I hit enter. Let's exit out of here and exit out again. And I'm in my privileged exec mode. I'd like to do a show IP interface brief. And the status is up, but the line protocol is still down. No, we gave it an address, and we said no shutdown. But the other router, who this router is connected to, he's down. So the protocol is going to be down. So let's change the other router, and let's see if that doesn't affect this automatically. Let's go change the other router now. We close down this window. I click on X, and I come over to here. Let's go to router number 2 now. Let's change this fellow from a little label on here to router 1. That looks good. Now let's go to router 2. In router 2, we go over to the CLI, and it wants to know if I'd like to continue with the initial configuration. And of course, I say no. Let's enable this. Conf T interface gig 0/0. No shutdown. That means don't shut yourself down. Be up and up. Well, it changed its state to up. Let me Control Z out of this and go back to the PEM prompt. You know what I ought to do is host R2. Of course, I have to be in conf T to do that. I know that. Host R2. Now let's go back one level. And what I'd like to do now is do a show IP int gig 0/0 and enter. And it says gigabit Ethernet is up and the line protocol is up. It's connected. Internet protocol processing, though, is disabled. What does that mean? Does that mean that's red or green? That's green, but they can't communicate. Why can't they communicate? Because this guy doesn't have an IP address. Let's give him one now. Conf T int G00. Let's give him an IP address of 10.1.1.2 and 255.0.0.0. Now, I'll bet if we key in this command again, this one there, I'll bet it'll be a lot different. Exit and exit. So the next thing we have to do is show IP int. And let's do a brief this time. And we see something interesting. Status is up, protocol is up, and no other funny messages. That means we've got a green light between these guys. So we gave them an IP address already. Status is up, protocol is up. That means that these two should be able to communicate with each other now. Let's see if that's true. I'm at R2 now, PEM prompt. I'm going to key in ping. I'm going to ping 10.1.1.1. Hit enter. It was 80% successful because it was doing an ARP. So let's do it again. Ping 10.1. We should get 5 of 5 this time, and we do. So router 2 can ping router 1. Now let's close this down. And let's see if router 1 can ping router 2. We're in router 1 now. So let's see what we've got. If I key it in show ARP, see if it knows about anybody. Well, look, it knows about 10.1.1.1 itself, and it also knows about 10.1.1.2. It's in its ARP cache now, so it knows about these guys. So let's do a ping now. Ping 10.1.1.2 and see if this works. And it did. So now we have communication going on between these two routers. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.